Hey guys, I'm back with another Kiss unboxing. Um, Last month I did an unboxing for the 50th anniversary of Kiss Dress to Kill, and now just a few weeks later we have the 50th anniversary of Kiss Alive. These box sets and uh, colored vinyl, picture disc, all these were supposed to come out earlier in the year, spaced out a little more. But for whatever reason, they both got delayed, and we got them within weeks of each other. So for Kiss fans, that's pretty exciting. Other than, obviously the cost involved, because it was a little tough on the wallet, but some great titles, great stuff celebrating 50th anniversary of two great records in the Kiss catalog. So anyways, I'll start off showing you the picture disc and colored vinyl versions, and then we'll get into the box set. It's another big, huge box set, so we'll go through all the contents that are in there and everything that's included. So we'll get started. This is the colored vinyl, 2LP remastered version of the classic Kiss Alive, and they've kind of altered the cover a little bit. It's got some, different colors going on. There's the hype sticker. There's the jacket, back cover. This comes with the booklet. This booklet was in the original pressings of Kiss Alive back in the day. But they've also included a new poster. And this is a recreation of a fan-made poster that is featured on the back cover of Kiss Alive. So that's pretty cool. Take a look at the vinyl. It looks pretty nice. The label. LP number 2. Similar, a little different. So that is the colored vinyl edition of the 50th anniversary of Kiss Alive. And when you ordered the colored vinyl and the picture disc, they were in bundles. So when you ordered this, you got this free Kiss Alive hoodie. And since I ordered both, again, I have an extra hoodie, size small, if anyone needs it. So I don't think I need two, but I got an extra. And now we go to the picture disc. Type sticker. And this one is limited to 1,000 copies. The colored vinyl was limited to 3,000. This picture disc version is sold out currently, so you can't find this one. And that's that fan-made poster I was talking about right there. And this is a heavyweight jacket, and it's got a textured cover feel to it. It's pretty nice. And this one also includes the booklet. And you have a double-sided poster with this one. On one side it has the fan-made poster, and then on on this side, it has a live shot of the band. Pretty cool. I like that they include posters with the records, but they always just stay in the records. I don't have enough room to hang all the posters that I have, so. But you know, it's a cool thing to include. So here's the picture disc. There's Ace. And Peter. There's Gene breathing fire. And Paul. Like I said, these were, the picture disc was limited to 1,000 copies, and I got number 980. So I was close to the end of the run for that. So now we'll get into the box set. Again, this thing is huge. It's the same size as the Dress to Kill box that I showed you guys last time. Nice big thick box. Weighs about 13 pounds. Here's all the stuff that's included. Get the top off here. And there's the hype sticker. I stuck it inside the box. I don't know if you can read that, but it's got a lot of stuff included. So let's dig in here. First up, we have a lithograph of, this was Peter Criss's bass drum head that was featured on the cover of Alive. So that's pretty cool. Suitable for framing if you choose to frame. I'll just leave it in the box. So there's that. And then we got turntable mat. That'll probably stay in the box as well. Here's the remastered Kiss Alive. It's just the standard record remastered by Bernie Grundman, so I'm sure it'll sound great. Take a look at the label. So with this box and the box that came out, the Dress to Kill box, we have all the shows, or at least all the shows that they've been able to locate the tapes for. There was a tape for the Cleveland show that they could only find partial recording of that, so we got, you know, what's available for that show in here. And so the next record we have is the second Davenport show. The first one was in the Dress to Kill box. There's a track listing for that. Nice gatefold. I know some people like to see the labels, so I'll show those off for you guys. So there's that. And then we have Wildwood, New Jersey. Another gatefold. I haven't listened to these yet, but this Wildwood show is one I was kind of looking forward to hearing the most, I believe. I mean, it'll all be cool, but I'm definitely interested in giving this one a listen. And then the final 2-record set we have in here. It's called Bonus Live Material. And this features rehearsals from Davenport and then the partial Cleveland show. And this is also a gatefold. So that completes the vinyl that's included. So there's 8 LPs total in here. And then we get into the extras. Here's the Blu-ray audio. I don't really have a setup to get the full advantage of the Blu-ray audio, so I usually have no need for this, but it's cool that it's included. If one day that I do have a setup that's works for that. Okay, here's a reproduction of the tour book for the Kiss Alive tour. This is pretty cool. Actually, hang on. I meant to grab this earlier, but I forgot. Here's my original tour book. I got this on the Destroyer tour. They were still selling these on the Destroyer tour. My first concert ever was the Destroyer tour in July of '76, and by the time I saw them, obviously they had the Destroyer outfits and all that, but they were still selling this tour book, and I grabbed one. Let me show you. This is still in really nice shape. There's the merch form, Kiss Army. So that's my original tour book there, and figured I'd show off my first show ticket stub. It's right here. So I saw them in July of '76. By the time I saw them, they were becoming, you know, after the Alive record, they became huge. And, you know, when I saw them, I was pretty young. That was like my first concert, and I went with my family, and, you know, I didn't really know what was going on. But after that show, I became a Kiss fan for life, obviously. So, anyways, back to the box set. So here's the reproduction of that tour book. It looks like it's size-wise, it's a little bigger, and obviously it says, you know, anniversary edition down here, so you can tell the difference. Next we have a nice hardcover book with lots of information all about the Alive era and recordings and tape box. So that's very cool. Then we have a folder full of goodies. There's some ticket stub reproductions. Got another poster. This is for the Wildwood show. Wildwood, New Jersey. And then we have another of that fan-made reproduction poster. This looks like some coasters. One side has the Casablanca logo. There's Paul, Ace, Gene, and Peter. Let's see what else we got here. Got some guitar picks. It's a Cobo Hall backstage pass. There's another backstage pass. It's a t-shirt iron-on, which I will not be ironing that on to a shirt. I'll just be keeping it in the box. So, and here's a poster for the Cleveland show with a Journey opening. That would have been pre Steve Perry days, pre Jonathan Cain days, and pre everybody else that's in Journey currently days, except for Neil Sean. And then we have these photos that would have been in the press kit. Gene, Ace, Peter, and Paul. Those are pretty cool. Let's put this stuff in here. Then we have one more piece to show you. They always include this one other folder in there, which is kind of hard to see because it's on the bottom of the box and it's black, and it's some people miss this because it's, like I said, it's in the bottom there and kind of hard to see. But there's more stuff, so keep looking. We have a Kiss Alive bumper sticker. There's a lenticular print. That's a mobile that you could hang up somewhere if you choose to. I would just be keeping it in the box. If I had a bunch of money, I'd buy 2 copies and I would use everything that's in the box. But unfortunately, I'll just leave everything in here and as is. Here's a press release that would have been in the press kit. So it's information from the time from 1975. Then we have this newspaper that they always include in the box sets. Gotham Rock City News. Talks a lot about the making of the box set and the remasters and all that. There's always a lot of good information included in these. Looks like there's an interview with Eddie Kramer, who produced the record. And then Ken Sharp always does really cool liner notes for those. And then lastly, some more photos. These are really nice. Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter. So there you go, the 50th anniversary of Kiss Alive. Happy to say that's probably the last box set for the year. To recharge for next year. Speculation that we might get more box sets next year. Not sure which ones, but could always do Rock and Roll Over maybe, or who knows. I'm sure there'll be something. You know, it's Kiss. There's always something coming. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to go listen to some live.